Hi friends, welcome back to Arc Tutorials. This is RxJS full tutorial series for absolute beginners. Today we are going to learn about a very important operator called fromEvent. So there are use cases when you might want to capture an event and then pass it as an observable. Right? That event can be anything. It can be a click event, mouse over event, on focus, on blur, etc. And why do we need that? Let's say you want to disable certain right click, left click, or pass some data on a certain action. So that those are the valid use cases that you would see in most enterprise applications. So we'll learn about it today, and we will also do some hands-on to learn this operator. Let's get started. This is part 8 of the RxJS full tutorial playlist. Make sure you check out all the previous episodes so that you have continuity in your learning. And also going forward, we'll be clubbing a lot of operators together. So it makes sense that you learn all the operators that I'm teaching you in depth with me. Again, please do subscribe. Also ask me your doubts in comment section. Today is the 8th episode. Today we are learning about operator number 3, fromEvent. So fromEvent operator creates an observable. I told you all these output of these operators will be an observable. So fromEvent operator creates an observable that will emit events of a specific type coming from a given target event target. That means, let's say I have a input checkbox, or I have a button, or I have a input text area, whatever, or select drop down, whatever. That will be your target element. Now certain action will be done on it, like on click, on mouse over, on focus, etc. Those are the target events. So we can convert that target event into an observable using fromEvent. That's the underlying concept of this particular operator. Now we can bind target elements and methods to make sure we get observable as output. Now when talking about specific to Angular, right, how will you use it? Let's say you have a button or an input checkbox in your component. So you will use view child or view children to get that particular element, and then use the native element as target element and bind the events, right? That's pretty simple, straightforward approach. In one line, if I have to tell you, it would be create an observable from an event. That's the simplest explanation I can give you. Okay, now let's see it in hands-on and do some exercises around it. So the use case that I'm going to do is, I want to have a button. When I click on it, I should be able to get that data, convert it into an observable. That's my use case. Let's see how to do that. So we will continue building on top of the exercise that we are following in this particular approach and example. So make sure you are following all the episodes sequentially so you don't miss out on any concepts. Okay. So first thing, I'm going to my HTML, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a button, right? And let's give a template ID and say validate something. You can give any name to it. It can be my button, whatever you want to call it. Okay. That's up to you. I'm calling it validate. Now we'll bind an event to it. And what is the event? I'm saying click event. So I'll say give any name that you want. Say RxJS event observable. Okay, you can give anything. So I'll say click for observable. Okay, what I've done, just created a button, given a template ID. So that way we can now use view children property input decorator in Angular and get this data. Okay, so we need to define this method. It will give you error otherwise. So let's define it after ng on a net and here. Okay, now what we are going to do, simply first we are going to have a decorator of view child. Okay, so what we are going to do, at the rate view child. Okay, since we are only getting only one, so that's why I'm saying view child. If we are to get multiple, we will use view children. Now I'm saying view child validate. It's the same name that we gave here. See here, validate, the same name I'm giving here. Now we'll define a variable by the name same. It can be anything. Now we will use element ref. Okay, so once you have element ref, okay, so here you are validate and you have element ref. Okay, now we are going to use this in our property, which is this method, to convert it into a observable. Let's do that right now. So here we are going to say, I'm going to take into a, say, button observable, okay, equal to. So now here we are going to use from event. That means I'm telling I want to create an observable from event. Now what is the event? From where is it connected? This dot validate, that's the name of the button that we have given. Mark dot native element, that means this is the one that we will click. This is the element. Next is the event name. What is the event name? It's the click. Now here you can have focus. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me expand it. Yeah. So this is the event. Okay, this is the event name. So here you will say comma, and you see here it says event name. So here you can give click, focus, blur, on focus, focus out, whatever that is the you wanted to have. Now if you see, let's subscribe to this, because an observable without subscription is waste, right? Now let's go and see. So that should be coming from our event also. I've cleared everything. Now see, when I click and I go back, so it's giving me pointer event. See, click, right? So that's the pointer event. On click, it is giving me all the details. Pointer type mouse, that is, this is a mouse click event, right? So pointer type mouse, and it is giving me as an observable of the data. So it took that event, the click event, and I subscribe to it. So in the data, it has now converted the event into an observable, right? Now you might want to get some data out of it. Like for example, let's see what data we can use to display here. Now we can get any of these attributes that we want. Let's say key name, meta key, whatever you want. But I would be interested in target, right? Say target, or you can say base href, or you can say the value or class name, right? Or you can have something like a label, right? Or you can get, so yeah, basically on any such thing. So let me also add one more just to show you how that works. Let's say ahref, right? Let's say http localhost 4200 slash test URL, right? So what I want to show you is this event. Now when you see get event observable, okay, so just like how I have created a button, I am creating a anchor tag link. Okay, now here I'm saying root link, let's say. So let's go ahead and get this also in our template, and we can get all the properties that we want, just like how we defined using view child here. You can get this here, copy again, say get link, data, you can give any name, and here this is, what is the name, get link. Okay, get link data. Now come here and subscribe for an event again, so we can copy this as it is. Get link data, this dot val get link data, and here I'm going to say link observable. Okay, so far so good. Just subscribe to it now. Alrighty, now you will see both events. Okay, it failed to compile. Let's see what is going wrong. Get link data, I don't see any errors, but check here. So template learning, did you mean get event observable? Because we need to define that method. Common mistake, one of the common mistakes, but this is easily fixable, so don't worry about too much. Alrighty, so I'm going to bring this logic down to this method. Now it's all good, we should be good. This is the console log, let's clear. Okay, now I'm going to click. Oh, it will navigate away because there is no segment URL. Okay, maybe bad example, but we get the idea. Instead of click, I'm going to do mouse over. Okay, so we can always fix the things that we want. Okay, and in the component, instead of click, say mouse over. Okay, so you see the mouse event now, and here we can see the path that we have, and now see the source element which we want to target. So target is A, and here if you see inner text is root link. This is what we gave. We can get the href that we want, right? So basically you can print anything data that we want out of it. So you want to dot target dot, so here I'm going to say dot href. Inside this object there is target. Inside the target I'm going to take the href. Okay, so if it is present or not, just put a question mark. And console.log does not exist because we might want to do some data typing around this. Or let me just check 1 minute if I can fix it for you guys. Mouse event, no, that doesn't look like it. But yeah, you get an idea about how to go about it, right? That you get the element in one go, and it's up to us to take the attributes, map it into certain thing, and this is an observable basically. Now this is an observable from the event. That is more important. What is the event? You can use click, you can use mouse over, you can use mouse out, whatever. Now what are the use cases? Where do we use them, right? So certain times, let's say if you don't want certain things to happen 2 times, right? That's one of good example. Sorry. So if you say I should user should not be allowed to click 3 times immediately, right? Or so you should wait for some action to happen, right? So you can disable that using this one of the from event and say check if it's active. If it is active, disable the button. So there are multiple use cases that you can really do with. But like I said, like off and from, this is also a observable creation operator. From event, if take any event, you can create an observable, right? So go ahead, give it a try. Let me know how you do it, if you run into any issues or anything, and we'll take it from there. Okay, I hope things are getting easy for you in RxJS with me. If not, if there is some topic that you want me to cover again in detail with more use cases, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. Alright, in the next episode, I'm going to teach you some cool operators like interval, duration, etc., debounce. We'll see that in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for that. If you like my work, please do hit that subscribe button. Also, if you please do consider buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/rtutorials. Thank you again for your support.